Hey everyone, I'm Jen Hartsock, and if I have not had the opportunity to meet you, I am the Family Readiness Group Advisor for 573 CAV, which is part of 3rd Brigade, 82nd Airborne. My husband is Colonel Jonathan Hartsock, and he is always taking me out of my comfort zone, trying to harness technology, especially with the busyness of life and children and jobs and just everything that this Army life throws our way. So harnessing technology, I'm going to try to get out these videos that may provide just a little bit of information. So before I get started, I wanted to first brag. So thanks to the Brigade PAO as well as our unit public affairs representative of the unit, we were featured in last Thursday's Paraglide, and it was for Airborne Thunder. So if you didn't get a chance to pick up the last Paraglide from last Thursday, you can see in the life section of the Paraglide, they did a great article about what Airborne Thunder is all about, and it included some of the pictures of our children and some of the spouses that came out to participate in Airborne Thunder. And Airborne Thunder is helping to foster community through fitness. So more on that later. But I wanted to share with you that yesterday I did attend the 82nd Airborne Division All-American Family Welcome Brief. And the next one, if you've not been to one before, and if you want to mark it on your calendar, it's October 24th from 9:30 to 11:30 in the All-American Classroom in Gavin Hall, which is right there at the 82nd headquarters right off of Gruber Road. I do highly recommend that maybe you attend one of these if you can. Childcare is provided, and it was very nice. They had light refreshments for us as well. Lots of information was provided, and this is where I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes and tell you some of the various things that I learned about. So the first thing I would like to encourage you to do is to like and follow the 82nd Airborne Division on Facebook and on Twitter. They even have an Instagram account. They push out a lot of information. In fact, I have it on my news feed that I see it first. So I know a lot of things are coming our way, but I do have it so that when I log in, I typically see whatever 82nd Airborne posts on that day. Something that I'm going to check out that I wasn't aware of is that the public affairs staff from the division has a podcast as well, and I understand that the first couple of episodes of the podcast is relating to the history of the 82nd Airborne. So that's kind of cool. Maybe for exercising, you're running, working out, or a long drive, tune in. Why not? Listening to just the history and then educating our families and our children more about this awesome legacy that we're a part of. So we had a chance to listen to the public affairs officer from division and then also the chaplain. The chaplain of division is Chaplain Cook, and he did provide us with this great little pamphlet. I show this pamphlet to you because it has like a little bit of information in here about some upcoming opportunities. The first one being PWOC, which is Protestant Women of the Chapel. They have sign-ups happening on September 4th at 10 a.m. And that is at the All-American Chapel. And then there's also Catholic Women of the Chapel, and they're getting started on Thursday, August 30th at the All-American Chapel, and childcare is provided. On Thursday, August 30th, they'll be going from 9:15 to 11:30. So more here on this flyer, and then hopefully you can see it at the bottom of the screen as well for more information. The next thing that we learned about, give me a second as I flip my notes here, is Fayetteville. A representative from the city of Fayetteville was there, and they did encourage us to download their app. So there's a city mobile app, and I'll have all that information here on the video, but this is the flyer that they handed out. I don't know if you want to pause and take a look at that, but more information on that app, all the city happenings, you might find it helpful. The next person that we had a brief from was the USO, and that you download their mobile app. And anytime you come into the USO Center, I understand that before you can be seen, you have to go to a kiosk and answer like 21 questions. And that can become cumbersome. But if you download their mobile app, you can get all the information into the app that's necessary for them to get you to the front of the line. Why is this important? Why would you want to go to the USO? Well, they have all sorts of things that happen. They have employment opportunities. It's called Pathfinder. I need to look into that a little bit more. I'm not sure what Pathfinder is all about, but if you are seeking employment, you might want to go check out the USO, which is located on the first floor of the Soldier Support Center. They also have tickets all the time. They're given tickets either for free or significantly discounted, to include like the Panthers football team, I guess, gave out 50 tickets last week. And if you're connected on the app, you would know about that. So make sure you download that app. Another great opportunity that the USO does is for those who have children ages 2 to 6. They do a monthly story time where a guest reader comes in. They have an arts and crafts associated with the book, and then the book is given away. I guess it's so popular that it typically, when registration opens, because they do have to cap attendees, it closes in 7 minutes. So if you have that app, you can get plugged in, and you can certainly have a better chance of getting that opportunity to take your small kids to story time, which I understand is quite a hit. The next briefing that we received was from the American Red Cross. She also encouraged us to download their app. More than anything, if a service member downloads the app and it populates the service member profile information in the app, the USO has that information. Y'all, this is critical. Never in my life did I think we would ever have to use the services of an American Red Cross message during a deployment and get my service member home as soon as possible, but we've had to use that service before. And I'm so grateful and will forever be indebted to the American Red Cross for flying my husband home within hours of the notification. So anyways, you just never know when you'll need that. And often when the American Red Cross gets a Red Cross message, they don't have all the information that they need to get that information to the service member who may be downrange. So anyways, with that being said, download that app, have your service member fill that information out, especially if he or she is facing a deployment. ACS, so I know you guys hear about ACS all the time, Army Community Services. Here is they provide employment readiness, and they'll help specifically tailor a resume for USA Jobs. They do resume coaching, interview tips. They do have a business suit closet. They'll do classes on TSP. They have family advocates there. They teach all sorts of classes to include scream-free marriage, anger management, new parent support programs from 0 to 3. They'll even do home visits and play dates. And they do have victim advocates. I understand that they also have a bus tour of Fort Bragg. That might be really helpful if you're brand new to the Army and maybe even brand new to Fort Bragg, because Fort Bragg is huge. They can also help you on your next PCS. And if you have any questions, you can call them at 910-396-8682 or 396-8683. They also have an app, and I'll show you that flyer here. That's that. The next person that that briefed to us is, her name was Deanna Henderson, and Deanna is a personal financial counselor. Quite amazing. So sadly, we have a lot of service members and their families who find themselves in financial difficulty. They don't equip themselves with that financial literacy tools to make themselves successful in everyday expenses and everyday life. And then maybe some of us are seasoned military spouses, but we could use some help with money management and budgeting, etc. So this is free. She can do one-on-one financial counseling. She can meet anywhere within a 50-mile radius. She just cannot come to your home. And she does have a flexible schedule that she will come and visit with you on a Saturday. I have all of her information listed below, and here's the flyer here. If you want to pause it and take a look at it, it might be able to provide you with a little bit more information. The final thing that I'm going to talk about, and I know I'm at 10 minutes here, is the Stephen A. Cohen Military Family Clinic at Cape Fear Valley. So this is a nonprofit. I believe it's a nonprofit. They can provide free mental health counseling to post 9/11 veterans, to service member family members, not to the active duty service member, and to children. They do not prescribe medication. That is not what they want to do, but they provide low to no cost, high quality behavioral health care services. There's low wait times. They even have people who just show up and want to be seen, and they said that they will do everything they can to even get somebody who's standing in front of them an appointment right away. But typically appointments are only booked out 24 to 48 hours. They are closed on Sundays, but they're open Monday through Saturday. I'll have more of the information listed at the bottom of your screen here, and here is a flyer. Again, if you want to pause and take a look at it a little bit more closely. This is some great information here, and we certainly need to take care of ourselves, and there is no physical health if we don't have mental health. So if you need to be seen, or if you know of somebody who's struggling, or if your children could use that behavioral health care, check them out. And it's not reported back to the unit. So that's really all I have. I will leave you with one interesting fact, because I opened up this useful information packet here at the meeting yesterday, and I read this, and well, I said note to self, and it says bullet number 1, driving on Fort Bragg. They average over 400 y'all, speeding tickets a month. So when you're on Fort Bragg, you're late to a meeting, you're late somewhere, or you just were trying to get to the commissary, don't speed. Don't speed. All right, with that being said, that's it. I kept it to 13 minutes. So I hope y'all find this helpful. Please share it, and let's get this information out to as many of our service members and their families as we possibly can. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful All-American Army Day. Bye.